Hello?
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hello.
Sorry. We were ready to go live, and then I realized my face wasn't on screen again.
You gotta have your face, Franz.
It's hard.
Yeah.
You don't
Having
know.
a face?
You're PNG shy. Instead of camera shy, PNG shy. I
That
don't
was
know.
stupid.
I look like this in real life. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. 100%.
Obviously.
Hey, everyone. It's
just
Friday. You know what that means.
Franz's webcam.
It's fried eggs.
Fried
Yeah,
eggs. Whoa.
absolutely. So my name is Franz. I use he, him pronouns. Welcome to the Dragon's Crown, a 5e actual play stream playing through Tyranny of Dragons.
Yeah, we are.
This is episode 31. I don't have a name for it yet, but trust me, it'll be great. It'll be so good. I'm going to have my players introduce themselves. We'll talk about sponsors, and then we'll talk about what happened last session, because stuff sure did happen. Take it away.
Yeah, it really did.
I'm Jay. I use he and they pronouns. I play Valazir, who is an Azamar paladin who uses they them pronouns.
Yee! Hi, I'm Chelsea. I use they them pronouns, and I'm going to be playing Rhiannon, who is a Sea Elf, Order of the Mutant Blood Hunter. I'm getting better every time. And she uses she, her pronouns, and I'm really excited for today's session. Hee.
Hello, I forgot what order we were in. My brain was just don't start first, don't start first, don't start first. Hi, I'm Jenny. I use she, they pronouns. I am going to be playing Freya, the human bitch that multi-classed into druid. She uses she, her pronouns, and I am very excited to finally be back with my goddamn party soon.
Hello, my name is Gabby. I use he, they pronouns, and I will be playing as John Lambden, the human Drake Warden Ranger. I finally remembered to say his actual name and race now. Who is the sidekick of the ever-beloved Petunia. And
hi.
he uses he, him pronouns, sorry.
Nope, you're good. Hi, my name is Allura and I interrupt people. I'm playing Daisy. She uses she, her pronouns, and she's a reborn rogue. I mean, a human, totally.
Yeah,
Oh.
totally just a human. Nothing, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, human question mark?
Human question mark.
Hi,
Yeah.
Maury. Thanks for subscribing.
Hello.
So, not real quick. Let's go over sponsors here. So, we have a couple different sponsors. First of all, we are sponsored by, we're partnered with Die Hard Dice. Right now they have a really, really cool event going on, their holiday sale. They have different, basically like free gift tiers for different amounts that you spend. I believe it's 30, 50, 100, and 150, something along those lines. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I recently bought some dice from them. You'll get to seeing those next week. Yeah, I got some Dracona.
I do too. Ah, they're so great.
I fucking love Dracona. And on top of that great sale, yeah, there's Gavies. On top of that great sale, we also have 10% off your entire purchase at Die Hard. Link is in the chat, dieharddice.com/nerdsmith. Give you 10% off everything you get there, including clearance items. So, your holiday shopping done early. We are sponsored by World Anvil, and I didn't change the link on there. So World Anvil is an Any Award winner for Best Digital Aid. It is a world building tool. There's a ton of really cool tools. If you missed it last Monday, most of us, with the exception of Allura, was on DRPG, and we were making a World Anvil page for Dragon's Crown. It's nowhere near done, but it's there, and we got to show off a lot of really cool features. We're going to be adding to it as we go on here. It'll be a great place to chronicle what we've done so far, different NPCs, character stuff, a whole bunch of really fun stuff. So keep an eye out for that. I will update that link, but otherwise the link in the chat brings you to Veil, which is a little more put together example of one of Nerdsmith's homebrew worlds. You can check it out there. World Anvil has a lot of really cool tools, so please very much check them out. We are affiliates of Hero Forge. So Hero Forge is a free-to-use online character designer. If you're not familiar with it, then obviously very much get familiar with it. Again, free to use, new stuff every Tuesday. Really, really cool. You can get uncolored custom printed minis. You can get colored custom printed minis. You can get acrylic standees. You can get initiative trackers. There's a lot of digital goods as well for VTTs. You can get icons, photo booth, play with your little JPEGs like they were dolls. It's really cool. So check them out. The link in the chat is just our affiliate link. Lets them know that we sent you there. We are also a new sponsor, Grinding Coffee. Alora, you want to talk about Grinding Coffee?
Yeah, Grinding Coffee is a Black LGBT-owned coffee business. They sell coffee and coffee subscriptions. You can get your coffee ground. You can also get it just as beans. That's great. I highly recommend it. They've got some super snazzy flavors. I've been perusing their shop recently because I have just finished one of my bags, and I'm currently looking at their coconut flavored one, which I think sounds really good. So I highly recommend to check them out. If you use the link in the chat, you'll get 10% off. And our code is actually not DRPG, it is Nerdsmith.
That
so
just
okay.
changed like today, so excuse us.
But just so, yeah, so it is Nerdsmith, all lowercase. And you use that and you'll get the 10% off. So I highly recommend it. 10 out of 10.
I'm excited. I've been wanting to try them for a while. It's just I got to get through the coffee I currently have so I don't have too much coffee.
No such thing.
Fair enough.
Two things. I was focusing so hard on like remember to talk about them. I forgot to change the dang affiliate link.
Okay.
And two, I'm a little bit of a coffee elitist in that I will drink like most types of coffee, but when I buy coffee, I get it whole bean, right? Mm-hmm. And I grind that shit by hand. I have a marble mortar and pestle. Marble, and that's what I use.
Oh, so you're like fancy about it, huh?
love. We also use it to grind our spices. We have an electric grinder. I just prefer the marble one that I picked up at Goodwill. This is like solid fucking white marble. I got it for $5. Legitimately, it's my favorite kitchen utensil that I own. Yeah, absolutely.
I used to have one, and then I left it at home when I moved. It was also marble, and I also got it from an antique shop.
Absolutely.
It was, I think, $2.50.
Yeah. It's so good.
Cool.
So, there are a couple ways for you to influence the show. If you send us a tip, it's streamlabs.com/wearenerdsmith/tip. Leave a comment with reward details. We have 4 different reward tiers. $5 tier, add a reroll to the party's pool. So I got some great news for you guys. I've been reviewing a lot of the old VODs, and there's actually a reroll that we missed.
Oh!
Yeah, there is.
Yay.
I was looking through and I'm like, oh, that must be the one. And I saw that second one come through, and then I heard myself talk about it. Rose had donated for a couple, and I missed the first one that came through. So we actually have a reroll in the pool.
Yay, yippee!
That was during the Resmir fight.
I was with her when she did that. I think
That would have been so helpful. Fuck!
Sorry.
It would have come through.
Oops.
It's fine. It happens.
But so party has one now. Any of the players can use it to reroll any D20 roll specifically. The next tier is $10, so you can change the aspect of an NPC.
It's the best thing, honestly. It's my favorite thing.
It is Alora's favorite thing. You can change the name, ancestry, and or appearance. Other things as well. If you want to hit me up, DM me on Discord. Don't whisper on Twitch because I don't read that shit. I'm just being honest here. But yes, definitely. Let me know. We have the $20 tier, which is give me inspiration for the next magic item. So you can be as specific or vague as you want. You can name an object, the type of magical enhancement. You can also just give me a straight up stat block. I'll take it. You can also just tell me like an already existing magic item. I'll take that too. We gotten some really cool stuff here, so I'm obviously willing to work with you on many things. Fourth and final tier, $30. So if you tip $30, I will pull from the deck of many things and the deck of many fates. I have both of them, and I take. I shuffle them and I make someone roll a d4, and whichever number that is the card that I pick. It's super fun.
Great.
Super duper fun.
is.
It's fun for him. It's fun for him.
Oh,
It's
always
sometimes fun for us.
me.
It's sometimes fun for us. We did get a lot of money from it.
Which is very helpful in current
It is.
situations.
Yeah, it's very helpful.
And
Yeah,
I got
but-
a new hair color.
Yeah, you did.
That
among
wasn't
other
from
things.
the card draw, I don't think, though.
No, it was.
It? Oh, shit. That's unfortunate, bestie. So sorry.
We made it work. I love doing stuff. I love putting it into the narrative, except instead of it being like a meta thing.
The card also got me a new friend that wants to hang out with me so
Yeah,
bad.
didn't you enjoy going to the library and learning so much about how fucked you are?
About my new friend? Yeah, it's
Yeah. It's great. I love it. I'm really had a lot of fun with it. So hey players, what happened last game?
I don't know. We're camping.
great. I didn't know.
I don't know.
We
Freya
met
made
Daisy.
a new friend.
Yeah, Freya met Daisy.
Yeah.
Who
Freya met
There's
Daisy.
another redhead that she wants.
Oh,
Freya's got a type we're learning.
how many is that now?
Yeah.
2?
2 so
Two.
far.
Maybe 3.
Two and counting.
We'll
yeah.
see.
Give it a few hours.
What did we even do?
Rayanon
We
and
didn't do
Val
very much.
painted. We had some interesting inter-party
Right, we
conflict between Rayanon,
yeah.
John, and Val.
confronted John about his murder quest, and we're like, "Hey, don't do that.
Again.
Please
Well,
don't
the
do
third
that. I
time?
like
You
the
have
world
to for
not
me."
being destroyed." And then Rhiannon looked into the devil that's
Fun little
after
horn
her.
devil that's after me.
We found a
More
way
so my
to...
soul, but
Your
You
soul
don't-
is attached
don't
to you.
need
It's
that.
the same thing. We found a way to get to Castle Nertar again.
Because we were contacted by
We
Lily.
Lily.
Yes.
Well, Lily
who told us
contacted
Freya
them.
is alive. We met up
I
with
got to hear
Carlon and
Lily's
he's coming with
voice.
us. Yes, I got to hear Lily's voice.
Hee-hee.
We met up with Carlon, who's like, "I'm coming with you," and we're like, "Okay."
Okay, bestie.
And we'll be taking a druid's teleport via plants in the early
Yes.
dawn. 2,000 gold. A humanoid, we discovered, not creature, humanoid.
Petunia
specifically.
is free.
So Patumba doesn't count. Yay.
Petunia gets to travel for free.
It's great. We get it.
And
Yeah, I was about to make the same joke.
She's a baby.
then
We
Val
love
went to go see
Petunia in this
Leosin and that, like, tell him what's going on and other things.
And other
that's it.
things.
I think it's
him.
also
other
very
gay
I think it's
things.
very important to mention that Carlon was very upset when he learned that Freya was left behind.
Yeah.
Carlin is down an eye.
Oh yeah,
Carlon
Carlin
is down an eye.
Well,
Carlin's
there's
really
I'm
great.
I'm looking at the Discord picture right now, so I'm like, yeah, it's right there. Carlon's. I don't know if he's on screen actually.
He's not.
He's
He was
not,
in
but he
the
should be,
announcement.
and he will
Yeah,
be.
he was in the announcement tweet. You can follow and see.
He can't.
Fucking hell, Laura.
You can,
You can still see, just
can
not
still
as
see.
well.
I'm sorry.
but
No, it's great.
yeah, I think that's it. And then Freya met Daisy, and they got their stuff, and they went to go camp in the woods. Well,
we figure out
we-
how we're gonna all
we
rendezvous.
scurried around the city.
We
Masno was
looking
a
for
shady
stuff.
little bitch.
That's my baby girl.
I hate her so much. I love and hate her. It's a loving hate, I promise.
Are we talking about Kaz now? I'm talking about Carlon. Sorry.
No, I mean,
Very
No,
different.
I love Carlon too, but I know Kimisma is who I was talking about.
Okay.
Kaz a little freak.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get started here. We are going to start off in Waterdeep. Val,
Yeah.
it is early morning.
Yeah.
Still dark. And you're in the Lord's Castle.
Mm-hmm.
Leosin is up with you, though he is reluctant to get out of bed. And as you are getting ready to leave, once again head out into the city and out to the mirror, very quietly, he holds your face in his hands, and he just says, like, just keep yourself safe. I know it's a lot to ask, but
I will. I will be back. Hopefully not as bad of a circumstance, but I'll stay safe.
good. Thank you. And he lets you leave, and he immediately starts doing more work. That is what he's been doing here. He's doing a lot of diplomacy here in the Lord's Castle. Lord's Palace, my apologies. As you exit his room, you go down the hall towards the exit, and someone else steps around the corner. You recognize him. He is a half-elf, a drow half-elf, with his silver hair and twin braids. Name is Stenwin. He steps out and sees you, and then there's a flash of recognition in his eyes, and then he sort of frowns. I assume you just came from seeing Leosin.
I did, yes.
Do you think it's wise to try and pursue a relationship with him, given the circumstances?
I mean, I'm not trying to distract him or anything, if that's what you're concerned about.
No. What I'm worried about is one of you getting hurt, or you in particular not coming back. And watching his heart break all over again.
Again.
Do you think you're the first person Leosin has cared about?
I would assume not, but
Just keep yourself safe, for his sake.
I will. I plan on it. I will be back.
And he steps aside and continues down the hall.
I'll let him go. Continue walking. Thinking.
Okay. Now, just for the sake of brevity, let's say that Lily would have contacted them again, and told them, like, been in contact, basically, like, yeah, we're gonna meet up, like, this day, or, you know, you'll transport this day type situation. Raynon and John, you have everything you need. Nothing left to do.
I'm ready to fucking go.
I know.
I'm all
John.
set. Huh?
Petunia is still around, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I always just ask. Weird situation. She's still
It's
red.
very-
Scaring everybody.
It's rare.
It
when
sounded
she's
very threatening.
not a- It really did.
Do you know what I desperately
Yeah,
need?
it did.
I need one of those terribly, like, sewn, like, sheet horse costumes for Petunia. Stuffed head to go on top of her head. Like, it looks so bad. Everyone can tell it's fake, but I need it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Next time we're in Waterdeep, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you all meet up at this Druid's Grove. Anything you say or do before you head through? So this grove, again, it is more shrubland than any sort of forest. There are some low gnarled trees, lots of brush, and before you had been kept from entering the grove directly by a sentinel who took your appointment, oddly enough. But this time the sky is just starting to grow a little lighter, very, very early in the day. And you are led through the grove. Nothing too fancy, nothing to write home about. Many people are just not up yet. A lot of the night animals are just starting to get settled. You notice a couple of bats flitting around as well. But there is a large tree. Let's say it's an olive tree that is in the center of the grove. This is the focus. It is very, very old, and its branches spread very wide. The ground, interestingly enough, has no olives on there. It's all very clean around this tree. And standing there is the person who had taken your appointment the first time, as well as an older looking druid. They seem to be an elf. Very long hair, tied very neatly in braids, and they stoop a little as they have a cane that they walk with. So a very old elf. And they welcome you. The one sentinel says, "Are we ready to go?"
More than ready, yeah.
Wonderful.
Yes. Carlon's with us, yeah.
Yes, Carlon is
I
also with
assumed.
you. Thank you,
I was
We're
gonna
not
ask.
forgetting
my baby
him.
girl. Yes.
We didn't forgo him
He is
again.
here.
It's fine.
No, I remember him.
He has a pack this time. And before, when you had found him buried up to his neck, it was... He didn't have anything. He was
No, he
making do
didn't.
with
I wonder
secondhand
why.
gear. Which, you know what? You guys did not spend a lot of time in Waterdeep for him to actually get good gear and good supplies, but he does now. He has a fine short sword, as well as a pretty neat looking longbow. And he is there. Val, there are a couple times where Carlon will put his hand on your shoulder as you walk, because he's still trying to readjust his depth perception. he would have explained he's not completely blind in his left eye, but there is vision gone, and it's a little difficult, a little bit of an adjustment period.
Yeah.
And the guard says, "The mayor of Dead Men, is that correct?"
Yep.
Yes.
The older druid speaks up and goes, "Is there anywhere in particular you are going? I can get you as close as possible, but may not be exact."
Do we know the castle's name?
Probably not.
Because we know it as players, but we don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. You could probably say there's this weird old castle. I don't think there's too many of those in the mayor.
I don't think so either. There's a old castle north of it that we need to get to. As close as that.
Oh. Yes. The astronomy
Jenny?
school. Yes.
The-
The astronomy school? Yes.
I don't know. We don't know the name.
Oh.
That would explain the open roof. Yeah.
It would explain the open roof, yeah.
Well, it was an open roof. Now it's gotten a little bit wider.
Chelsea.
Oh.
Stupid.
All right. Well,
Fire arrow, baby.
I will do my best to bring you as close as there as possible. You are
If
very
it's a
lucky.
bit outside, it doesn't hurt either, so.
No.
No worries. You are very lucky that I am a very old man. And I've touched a lot of plants in my life.
Oh no, I love him.
How has he touched these plants? That's what I want to
No,
know.
no, no.
Country girls
nope,
make do.
Nope. We're done.
Oh, you know. Druids in a long time. They got.
I don't want to be in
gotta
this game anymore. Can I
experiment.
leave? Can I leave? The horn devil can take me. It's fine. I'll go.
Okay.
Put me in a soul coin. It's fine.
Well.
Okay. So, this older druid reaches out and grabs, or touches, really, the olive tree.
Uh-huh.
Literally extending an olive branch.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you see the air around the tree start to shimmer, get a little hazy, like a heat wave is coming in. And he gestures towards the tree. He goes, "Whoever wants to go first."
Ran on.
Okay.
She's
John
going.
follows closely behind.
I'll follow. Lead
She's
Carla,
been
I guess.
trying to leave for so long.
It opens up and Rayhan fucking dives in. Like a fucking breaching
Streamline
whale.
it, bitch.
Val, you said you help lead Carlon through.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Where you all exit is a little familiar. The first time that you followed the zombies through the mayor, out from the Carneth Roadhouse, you had lost and subsequently picked up their trail at what looked like to be a little camp where you had stolen some canoes. One moment. You all get through without a problem. And again, it isn't much of a camp. It is just a clearing that's slightly drier than a lot of the muck that you usually have to wade through in the mare. But you see 4 wicker lean-tos and a stone platform that command attention outside of this area in the wilderness. You see a couple of dugout canoes are drawn up near one of the lean-tos. And then you see a few yards one way is the trail that you had followed initially to get to this place. And on the other side, you see the still black water that leads deeper into the Mare of Dead Men.
I just remembered something.
What's up?
What color is Petunia?
She is red at the moment.
Okay. Didn't know if you wanted to change her back or not.
Nope, because John figured that having a black dragon fight a black half dragon was not really very effective.
You know,
That's fair.
that's probably smart.
Especially since a lot of her lackeys had resistance to acid, and a lot of Petunia's good big mantras deals the type of damage that she is, and so I want her to do some damage.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
It'd be real
John
nice.
has the brain cell today.
He's the orange
He's like
cat.
an
I didn't know if
orange
you were
cow.
gonna like. I didn't know if you wanted to do what he did last time because we didn't know how far we were gonna be. But
Yeah.
I was gonna ask earlier and the night
Hey.
before.
Hey God, because Chelsea knows.
Yeah, what's up?
But is the hot cold game? Is it real cold for Resmir?
Yes, that's right. We do it opposite. It suddenly got a lot colder, like you walked into a freezer.
Okay, cool. Oh, I hate that. Cool.
Okay, so she's still close by. Cool.
Yeah,
cool,
she
cool,
never
cool,
left the
cool, cool,
castle
cool,
is
cool,
what
cool,
I'm
cool, cool,
determining.
cool.
We as players knew that.
Well, whether or not she left the castle, she is back there now.
Yeah.
At
That's what I'm saying,
Waterdeep, a
she's
little
at the
too
castle.
far to like,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah.
I figured she knew the general direction. She just didn't know where. Now I know where.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. There's
I'm much
really
closer.
well. Yeah, as far as you know, there's really nowhere else she could be.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I think as soon as we get out here, I think John immediately goes into getting low to the ground, just to be safe. Because who knows
That's fair.
what's patrolling.
Anyone who wants to can roll me a survival check.
I would like to.
Survival. Yes.
Yeah. I want to look around.
I need to move shit out of my dice box. Oh my God.
9.
God fucking damn it. The one thing I'm good at, really, really good at, and I roll real shit
Almost a
on.
natural 20 and it wasn't. I'm sad about it. It's fine.
A 12. I rolled a 4 plus 8 makes 12. and I hate
14.
that.
Okay. Belle,
I rolled.
you don't know what you're looking for.
I'm just looking. Everyone else is looking. I just
City
also
boy.
want to look.
And Val just wants to feel included.
City
Wants
they.
to feel helpful.
I'm just looking.
Hey.
Hey boy, I mean they.
Oh, darn no, I got rid of favorite terrain. Never mind. Okay.
You can see that the other two of you. Oh shit. Let me roll for my baby girl. Hold on.
Oh, Carla!
City boy.
Gabby, that was so aggressive. Putting the fucking cover, it was like, oh my God.
Attacks you, attacks you, attacks you.
Attack you. Okay. Yeah. So the three of you now, because Carlon rolled decently. Carlon.
Baby girl!
So the group of you notice or realize fairly quickly that there are some very fresh tracks around the lean-tos. And not only that, is that there are still some creatures inside of these lean-tos.
Can we tell what kind of creatures they are?
Lizard folk. You've seen them
Oh.
before.
That works. Okay. We wanted to talk to them, so that works.
Hey, Caroline, you wouldn't happen to know Draconic, would you?
No. I know Common, I know Elvish.
Looks like it's
Huh.
up to you, John. John's like, damn it.
All right, are we doing this now, or are we gonna wait until we actually see a few of them? Or just go and get attention, hopefully.
I mean, we might as well now before we go over closer to the castle. Because worst case, they can run and go get their friends and join us there.
Yeah, all right.
But take this
John's like, I
stick out of
don't
my bag.
wanna.
Holding the stick.
Here's what. Ooh, should I cast that spell first thing in the morning?
Hmm.
I'm wondering if I should cast Pass Without Trace now, or should we hold it until we're?
I mean,
until...
if we're trying to go talk to them, like, we can wait till after. We don't need to hide if we're like, going to talk to them.
all right. Okay, here we go.
Not
John's
gonna
like,
end well. This
"All
is
right."
not gonna end.
I'm
All right.
I want to follow. I can't speak Draconic, but I want to help somehow.
I have nothing.
Hell, maybe with our luck, maybe the one that helped you will recognize you, Val.
That's
Yes.
true.
I mean, hell, we can all go and I can just act as the middle guy.
Like the translator.
The interpreter, yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
You'd rather do that.
I'll take the lead, though. All right.
Oh.
Are we ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Chelsea's ready. I'm ready. Let's go. I'm just trying to figure out what Butagens Raynon would have made and drink. Sorry.
All
Ignore
right.
me.
John reluctantly is going to take the lead. Petunia following behind. That's probably not a good idea, but I don't care. And John's gonna have his hands up as they approach the area where we know that the lizard folks are, just so they don't see that he is armed.
Do you make any
And actually
noises? You doing anything to like actually get their attention? Because I describe them as sleeping.
Trying to think of like what John would say in Draconic to get attention. Nah, he'd be a dick. Wakey, wakey, here to talk. In Draconic, so they can't understand what he's saying to them.
No, just in common. You just talk to them in common.
A couple heads snap up and see you. And at first, there's a little bit of confusion because you spoke in Draconic. But then there is a scramble. And a few of them head out to a couple of the canoes.
No need to be doing that. No need to be doing that. We're here to talk, not attack.
What is everyone's passive perception?
Oh, I thought you were going to ask me to make a persuasion check. and I was like,
16.
just don't make me do that.
16.
Well,
John, what's your passive perception?
15.
Okay, thank you.
I can't be surprised, but while I'm conscious, by the way.
Oh yeah, no, wouldn't be surprises.
Just making sure you knew.
There is one. All of you sort of see this. There is one that seems to be going with the others, but is sort of like lagging behind a little bit and keeps turning its head to look at the group of you.
Not wanting to fight, wanting to talk. We had common enemies.
I need you to roll persuasion. I was gonna say perception. Perception. Persuasion.
Perception.
Perception.
I looked through my stuff. I have nothing to help other than
I also can't.
moral
And if I
support.
did, it would be for
I-
myself, not
I'm
for John,
asking
So
purely, does speaking Draconic help me at all? It's okay if the answer's no. I'm just trying.
Oh, my pedal wasn't pushed. I was like, no, you know who else speaks Draconic? Everyone at the
Within
castle.
this- Everything that we just fought.
So, no, why?
That's
What's
an
up?
11 minus 2. That's
Oh,
9.
God.
Buddy.
They start to move faster.
They're like, fuck that shit.
We hate the cult. You all don't know what the fuck I'm saying.
No, I don't, but I see
I'm
them leaving.
I'm
is
not
the
like
thing.
trying to scream it out loud enough for the people at the castle to hear, but you're still like, no,
You are far from the castle. No worries about
Yeah,
that.
we
yeah,
had to go
I-
on a boat
we-
ride for a while.
We see John trying to talk to them and them all running away with no context for any of it.
There is one
Yeah, there's
towards
the one.
towards the back.
we fought Resmir.
Like suddenly, like John and Rhiannon, you see this, like suddenly like shakes its head, like stop. And then
Stop.
in sort of this like garbled common speech, turns and goes, grab me.
Okay, John does that. Just immediate short sword grab and grabs this lizard folk.
He starts squealing, and in Draconic, which, by the way, like, Draconic is clearly, like, native language, goes, unhand me, fiend, you creature. Run, please, get away.
John is so confused now. It's just like,
He's, like, pretending, he's, like, putting on a show of trying to get away from
Okay.
you. But, like, telling the other ones to, like, flee and save themselves and avenge him later.
We have no idea. We just saw You had no idea what this. All you heard was this lizard folk saying, "Broken, come and grab me," and then all of a sudden it's like flounging about, and John has just utter confused look on his face.
Looking at John like,
Can I roll an insight check to try
Yeah.
to figure out what thing
You can absolutely roll an inside check.
Can I too? Because John is confused. With 15.
I also got a 15.
That's an 8.
Rhiannon, you don't know what the hell is happening. It's very confusing. There's a lot of words being thrown around that you are just not familiar with. John and Val, it is very clear that this lizard folk is putting on a show. They want the other lizard folk to leave so that they can talk to you. They want to get you alone for some reason.
John will make a few clicking sounds for Petunia, and Petunia is just gonna go and wings up. You're like, ah! It just
I was
Go
gonna
make yourself
help
big.
to like
scary. Scary dragon.
hands out on the lizard folk, and not really restraining them, but I'm trying to help, I guess. Look confused and
Imagine Petunia's doing the toothless dance, like.
Gosh. All right, totally.
Looney Tunes. Always Looney Tunes. It always revolves around Jay. Looney Tunes. Always happens.
This time I'm the one who started the Looney Tunes antics.
It's always in Jay's groups.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's great like that. Yes, so the other ones flee and they promise to like avenge him and like they will go get the others type situation and you know, fight as hard as you can, blah 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 blah. And after they're sort of like out of view, this lizard folk says, "Okay, let me down. Let go of me."
Oh, is it in Draconic? I
Yeah,
think
yeah, in Draconic, in
Okay.
Draconic.
Like
By default, he's going to speak in Draconic unless I say in like Broken Common.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, what the fuck was that about?
I need to speak with you without them.
You're seeing John just look exasperated. He's like, all right, so you had to put on theatrics like that? Why couldn't you speak in front of them?
Because they are fearfully loyal.
He will tell the others what this lizard folk just said about fearfully loyal.
Fearfully loyal.
And John's gonna explain to Lizard, it's like, look, I'm the only one who can actually speak the language here, like, fluently, so you're gonna have to work with me here to talk to the rest of them, all right?
That's fine.
Great. So
That
imagine,
one took my stick. Points to Val.
Val, this is the one that gave you the thing.
Oh.
That's helpful.
Take it out. Like, it helps. Does
Good.
he want it back?
No.
No, keep it. It's awful.
No, he doesn't want it back.
Okay, I'll put it back in my bag.
All right. So I'm confused as to what happened just now. Are you against them? It seems like you're against the cult that's over there in that castle there.
Yes, they're terrible.
Great, glad we can agree on that.
The others. The others fear the cult. And we are lost. They killed our leader.
Ooh. Again, John is interpreting all of this. All right, so you don't have a leader at the moment then.
No. Well, the bullywugs. Terrible creatures. I hate them. Disgusting things. They like to boss us around and tell us what to do. And Resmir and Dralmore let them.
Who? Who?
You all hear say Resmir, because it is a draconic name, so you guys just know the word, and you also hear Dralmore because that is not a draconic word and it stands out.
Who's Dralmore?
Someone at the castle, works for the cult.
Do they wear red?
No. Why?
I mean, the night we fought Resmir, I thought that we saw one of them red wizards of Thay wearing the red flowy outfit.
No. No. Mostly gray.
Like Dralmore, was that other guy that that one points to Rain on went up against?
I don't know.
Spooky. Wasn't he wearing an eye patch? This is Gabby trying to remember.
Yeah, eye
He
patch
was
guy.
blonde. He looked like fucking Aemon or the fucking Game of Thrones.
Yeah, so John will
I called him Aemon ass bitch several times.
yeah, John will describe the person he's thinking of, the blondie.
The bullywugs, to give you full context, bullywugs killed our leader. We are what remains of the Scaly Death tribe.
Scaly Death Trap. That's
Yes.
ominous.
Our leader, Suncaller, was killed. Murdered. Resmir came through and promised those who remained that if we worked with her, Varagamonthar would reward our labors.
Ragamoth?
Varagamonthar.
Okay. We'll pretend John was able to say that name.
Well, you guys haven't been practicing?
I'm so bad at names.
Varagamonthar. I don't believe them. And I don't like being bullied and thrown around. But if they knew I was plotting, I've not yet convinced all of my comrades.
What's this plot of yours?
I want them out.
How do we convince your friends?
They are waiting for the omens to be right.
Alright, so how do we make them right?
I don't know.
You are not helping me whatsoever.
You are no
with this.
leader and neither am I.
Okay. John does not interpret that part.
There was reports of a black dragon being seen in the area. Are you familiar? You've a red one, I see.
Yeah, her name's Petunia. But Black Dragon, probably heard something, I don't remember though.
They claimed it was Ragamanthar, but from the description, much too small.
Oh, wait a minute. Petunia, come here. And, John, in front of this lizard folk, is going to run his hand down her head and neck and back. I knew I said I was gonna do it, but you know what? Fuck it.
I was just like, we just had this
No,
conversation.
look. John
Yeah.
has a plan. Not the smartest idea, but he has one. And this lizard folk watches as he turns Petunia into a small black dragon. This little lady, probably your friends saw. I'd say she could pass for maybe the child of a black dragon.
He jumps up and he's like mostly just saying things, just like expletives in Draconic.
Whoa, language.
Petunia's ears.
Very happy.
Language.
These are all good expletives.
Okay. when he's having that moment, John just looks to the others like,
Goes, good.
All right, so how can we make this work?
Petunia, and he says her name in common. And you all hear that. He goes, and he crouches. Well, probably doesn't have to crouch. He's a lizard folk, kind of short. And Petunia's a medium creature now. So goes like very close to Petunia and goes, "You need to tell them it is time to rebel. You need to tell them that, okay?"
See, Petunia doesn't talk much is the problem there. So I don't know. Whoa, wait a minute. I have a spell that can do that.
You hold on.
John has thaumaturgy.
He does. He's only used it to
I
not be
can
murdered
I
once.
can make my voice sound 3 times as loud. Hold on. Let me double check that spell real quick. I got it
No,
as being a Drake
that's-
Warden. I got it.
that's-
I got it for being a Drake Warden.
It can be very useful in very specific situations.
So I can't
This is
throw
one
my
of
voice,
them.
but I
Yeah.
can make my voice very loud.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
It's your voice booms up to 3 times loud.
You
as
can also
normal.
create an instantaneous sound
for
that
1
originates
minute.
from a point of your choice within range, such as a rumble of thunder, the cry of a raven, or or ominous whispers.
You can have up to 3 of its 1 minute effects active at a time.
That is
So you
amazing.
can make your voice louder and the like a crack of thunder or something.
That's amazing.
It's a good spell. It's a good little cantrip.
I thought you were gonna give Petunia like the ability to speak for a second. I was like, hold on.
How the
I don't
fuck are you
have
doing that?
Anything like that. Because
Doesn't
like
say how it.
here's the thing about the stat block, is it doesn't say that she can't speak, but we've established that she doesn't. So unless she miraculously learns how to speak all of a sudden,
What
that's
does her
the best
stat
idea
block
I have.
say specifically?
I will get that for you. One moment.
Can you
This would
imagine
be
if she
really-
could talk the whole time and just never did?
I just
It
chose
would be really
not
funny
to.
if she just said, "No, I'm fine. I can talk. I got this."
Hold on, let me look at Drake Warden real
Just
quick.
like just like in Gideon the Ninth.
All right, I'm sending it to you now, Franz.
Yay,
Because if a
yippee.
creature, because it's like some creatures have the stats of like knows these languages but cannot speak them or cannot speak. That's not said on the
Yeah. Oh, it
stat
just
blocks
says
for the Drake
languages.
companion. All it says is languages. It says nothing about how they cannot speak.
Yeah, and it's like you just need an intelligence above like 4 or something to speak.
She is as smart as John.
You know, not
Dawn can
saying
talk.
much.
Not saying much, but it's saying something.
Dawn can talk, so Petunia should be able to talk too, if she wants.
Petunia doesn't have the same stats of John, does she?
No, she's
Okay.
more charismatic than John.
By 1.
Yeah.
She is stronger than John, not as dexterous as John, and a little hardier than him.
A little prettier too.
Well, yeah.
She's the
Petunia's so
cutest
pretty.
little lady.
Who's that wonderful girl?
So
I'm gonna laugh at Petunia can
This-
suddenly talk, and this is gonna
God,
be
I
the best
hope
no,
day
no,
ever.
Petunia does not talk.
Damn it!
Okay.
No.
I mean, she's been growing. She's been getting really big and strong.
Don't want to give
so
yourself
she'll
another
stay really
NPC
smart.
that you have to control all the time.
Please, an NPC I'll just forget about. Please. I forget about my
Yeah.
baby girl, and I love him.
But yeah, John will share John will share all of that with the rest of the group too, and his plan, and why you saw him turn Petunia black.
After he just said he wasn't gonna do that.
Nah, Gabby said it, not John. So, it's an idea. It's a way to get the lizard folk on our side.
Yes.
It's not a bad one.
So, if she can inspire them, like the good girl she is, I think we can have some pretty steady allies.
Yeah,
Would be good.
Hey, you, what's your name again?
didn't ask it the first time.
Snapjaw.
Snapjaw.
Snapjaw. All right then.
My pedal wasn't down. Hey, he clicks his teeth for good measure.
Thank you. Need that. So, Snapjaw, what do you think of the plan?
Might as well try. I think that'd be good. I think good plan. Better if she talked, but that's okay. Gives her
Well,
a pat.
beggars can't be choosers.
Pat, pat, pat.
So if this works, you and your companions will be able to help us fight and get through that castle, okay? Because we have to get to the under part of the castle. Do you know how to activate the circle that's underneath the castle?
No.
Well, damn. Do you know who we can threaten to get that information out of?
Dralmore.
Perfect.
Also Resmir, but good luck.
No, he does not interpret this part. It's like, I have a different plan for Resmir, don't worry.
The wizards.
That's an idea.
Don't bother with Farblax.
Who?
Farblax.
I need more information, please.
Hold on, let me get his full name up here.
Oh, the full name. Okay.
Farblex Spattergoo.
And that is
Person who killed our leader.
okay. Is that a
Leader of
member
the Bullywugs.
Okay, that was the fucking answer I was looking for. Well, all right.
John, stop being a dick.
I can be a dick. I am allowed.
Should have told you.
John has an intelligence innate and a charisma of 7. I am allowed
That's
to be
such
a
a silly,
dick in
goofy
8
name,
languages.
though.
I can be a dick in 8 languages. Let me.
You can be. You're not allowed to be. That's the difference.
See, you don't know what he's saying though.
Oh.
Only Petunia can, and she can't tell you all what I'm saying.
Yeah, I was gonna say, unfortunately, but you wouldn't be able to understand her anyway.
Nope. All right, so how do we get your friends here so that way Petunia can do her thing?
All that remain of the Scaly Death tribe stay outside the castle.
John is remembering the huts when we first arrived.
There were those huts that were like knee deep in mud with like giant frogs hanging around, and then there were like long houses.
Yeah, those are passing through his mind. All right, so immediately then, should we just go straight there and do this and attack in broad daylight? Not like they're going to expect us.
Karlan speaks up and goes, "Shouldn't we wait till we hear from Freya and..."
It's probably a good idea, yeah.
Sure, makes sense.
They're going to have to come to the castle anyway, if I understand, but... I don't know, I'd rather make contact with them first, or...
No,
you
can
know,
also...
or whatever's pretending to be Freya.
Snapshot,
Figure that
you
out
and I
for
can
sure.
also work out on what needs to be said to convince your buddies.
Did you say that in Draconic or Common?
Draconic, of course.
Okay.
If I'm speaking to Snapjaw, I'm going to be speaking in Draconic.
Okay. Snapshot is looking at everyone, like, as they speak.
I will interpret.
No. You start
Oh.
to, and he goes, "I speak Common. Well, I understand Common."
Okay.
In Common, he says, "No Common."
Okay.
Okay. No,
Yeah,
habla
okay.
common.
Look at John. Well, I would like to help them with the problem with the bullywugs. It's one of the tenets of my oath is to help with things like that.
Well, that's perfect. And we can... Petunia is the perfect way to... Well, I mean, she inspires me every day, so I think she's perfect for inspiring a whole bunch of lizard folk who might need it.
Yes.
He's patting Petunia.
See? Works like a charm already.
Pat, pat, pat. Tries to offer her a piece of, like, shiny metal, and she sniffs it, and then just sort of bonks him.
She's like, that's not enough.
That's not gem.
It's not good enough.
Like when you offer a cat something that smells bad and they bonk you, just be like, no, thank you.
Get it away.
Oh, I'm starting to spoil her a bit much, ain't I? All right.
Starting to?
Sorry.
Karlan's like, "What, you mean like this?" And he pulls out a little emerald.
Chaos.
It's just a little thing. Like, maybe, you know. I say a little thing. It's kind of big for an emerald, but
It's a fucking emerald regardless.
yeah. Don't question him.
He brought it for her. He brought her a
He
present.
goes, "Petunia,
A little snacky snack.
And she sticks out her tongue, and he sets it on her tongue. She crunches. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Wonderful.
Does he do little happy hand flaps as she crunches on this gem?
No, he does pat her and goes, I have a whole bag for you, Petunia.
Okay.
Don't tell John. It's okay.
I'm right here.
Don't listen to him.
Oh, fucking hells.
Snapjaw says to you, John Draconic, what are we waiting for?
We need to hear back from some other people that we got separated from, who should, if I'm understanding correctly, should be coming from that castle there. And that way we can be able to meet up with them properly and strike.
I can get in there. You want me to get in there? I can get in there.
Here's the thing. We indicates to the rest of us. We need to get in there is the thing.
Right now?
Not okay. Whew. Right now, we need to wait for confirmation from some others, and then we can go in, and then we can cause chaos.
You said your friends were coming?
From the castle, like doing something from the castle, and then we will meet them there. But we don't know where they are. In the No, that don't make sense. No, either way, we're waiting for a confirmation from them. That's all. It makes better sense if you don't think about it, trust me.
That explains John's whole life.
Anything that Gabby says unprompted. As John, let me specify, as John. Okay.
Pure gold, I know.
Okay, well.
So,
And
yeah.
he goes and sits under a lean-to and pulls out a basket. And out of this basket, he pulls a fish. And he starts eating it.
Okay. John's just gonna sit and wait for... yeah.
So, let's switch over. As it stands, Freya, you were able, I believe we rolled for it, and you were able to hear responses back from Lily's sendings.
Yes.
So, as you understand it, the plan is that the group in Waterdeep, which is comprised of Petunia, John, Rhiannon, Val, and Carlon, will travel via some druids to the Mayor of Dead Men, saving about 14 days. I'm sorry. I think it was closer to 10 days. No.
A long time.
Yeah. I think it was like about 14 or so days.
It would take about 2 weeks from Waterdeep to get up to this area.
Yeah, I think it was about 10 days from Waterdeep to the Roadhouse, then it takes about 3 days to get to here from the Roadhouse.
Give or take, yeah.
So about 2 weeks. Saving about 2 weeks of time. The plan was for you and Daisy to go through the teleportation circle in the castle, hopefully exit the castle, and meet up with them before deciding what to do next.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So, by your calculations, they should already be in the Mare. They said they were leaving at first light.
Lily, you want to check in with them?
I suppose. And she...
Suppose, you're the one with the sending spell.
Yes, yeah.
You suppose.
Yeah. I'm just waking up. And
You're in my body. There's nothing for you to wake up.
my half of the brain does sleep.
Okay, what do you need?
She does this thing where she's gotten a little too comfortable just taking your hands, and digs through and pulls out the wire clip.
Stop doing that. Please?
Sorry.
Wrenching the reins out of my hands. Quite literally.
And she casts sending. Val, you hear Lily's voice in your head again, which you've gotten not quite used to, but you're familiar with at this point. And she says, "Hey, just checking in. Are you at the mayor yet? We're ready to go when you are." At this point, the scene with Snapjaw has already ended.
Okay, I will respond. We're at the mayor across the lake near the camp we found the first time. We're waiting for you.
Lily does not respond, but Freya, you do hear that response from Val's ear.
Sounds like they're close. So, if we're gonna go, we should probably go now.
All right. After you.
Yes,
Oh, wait,
enough
you don't
beauty
know,
rest? Did you get enough beauty rest?
Something like that, sure.
Okay. Alright, yeah, go.
All right, and Daisy will head towards the portals.
The portals.
Just so we're
The
clear
portals.
on the plan, you're going to, you can shift yourself, right?
What?
They can't see. We have to go under the castle, and they can't see you if we go through. So it's gonna be. It's not like there's a back exit to make this easy, because why would anything be easy?
Yeah, I'm aware. What should I be? You want me
What
to
are you-
shift my form?
What are you good at?
Animals?
Okay. What kinds?
Animals. It's quite a long list.
Lizard, fox, something that can drape around the shoulders. It could be a puppy.
She's gonna be a cat. She's gonna shift into a black cat.
Okay, you shift into a black cat, and it is a black cat. Just to be clear, it is a cat. However, with the addition of your exoskeleton, your extra spine, tail, and ribs, does sort of show a bit between the fur on your body.
Metal. And I'm gonna hop up onto Daisy's shoulders. Because why not? I don't want to walk.
Valid. Alright. I'm gonna head towards the portals this time.
Yeah, yippee. Okay.
Cat in tow.
Yes. So, as you approach, you see that these mossy stones they're very old, very weathered, and you can see lichen covers most of their surface, but there does seem to be traces of white paint remaining on a few of the grooves on the stone. You don't know inherently which one is which, but you are familiar with the symbols. They are,
Okay.
the letters are in Draconic, though the words themselves are not Draconic. So you're able to figure out which one leads you to the correct transportation circle.
All right. She'll step forward and nosedive through the teleportation.
Yes, there is a activation word,
Okay.
which you know.
Open sesame.
Yeah, exactly. I don't have that word right now, but you speak it.
Resmir sucks.
Yeah, fuck Resmir. She has to say that every time she wants to use these portals. Big blow to her self-esteem.
I
She keeps
love that.
asking the leader of the cult,
them
like,
to change
can we
it."
change this? Can we change this? And, you know, they're just like, I don't know, Resmir. I don't know why it's like that. I don't know why it's programmed like that.
Look, everybody already has it
Anyone that's trying
memorized.
to use it wouldn't guess that we would set that as our password, so they'll never guess it.
Plus, all the cultists already have it memorized. Like, we shouldn't change it on them now. That's just gonna be a pain in the butt to get it down the chain.
We'll have to go through more training, and we're only slated for 6 for the next year.
That's
like,
too close
it's-
to real life. Cut it out.
God, don't get me started. We gotta open an investigation. We gotta get some witnesses involved.
IT is gonna fucking hate us for the next 6 months. Anyway, continue.
Hitting way too close to home. All right. Let's go. And you stand there, speak the word, and you are transported. The next thing you see is a cavern. Very dark. There is a lot of mist surrounding you. About, I think it was about 3 feet of mist. A little above your knees, swirling around the floor. And as you look around, you become immediately keenly aware of just rows of undead lining the walls. Zombies in particular, standing so still, staring straight forward blankly.
Still doesn't. Every time doesn't make it any less fucking creepy. Meow.
It just goes.
She doesn't know her way through these places, or this place, if I remember correctly.
No,
Okay.
but you know who does?
She's just gonna be flicking her tail, just kind of like lounging with her paws crossed over her shoulder.
What a bitch.
She's gonna make you ask. Are you gonna get off your ass and actually help, or should I just toss you in the nearest thing of water that I find?
There's 2 of them, and they're together.
Just starts
Would hate
eating.
would hate to ruin that pretty hair of yours. We already got all the milk out, so
Still
Sorry, I guess-
eating.
fur in this point. Okay. Set me down on the ground.
She'll just sit.
Lead the way.
She's
Get
gonna
up at
make
you
you say
expectantly.
please.
She is.
I've got nowhere to be. This is to your benefit, not mine.
She's gonna lay down.
Disappears into the mist.
7 hours later.
We're all sitting at the fucking encampment.
Yeah.
Like, where are they?
They might be dead again.
I think they might have gotten murdered.
You can hear meows, a little merp, and like as Lily is attempting to talk to Freya.
Just chirping at each other.
Okay.
Can we please just do this? Please, Freya.
She's gonna take off. Like full
Rude.
sprint.
Rude,
As fast
rude.
as she can.
Following
God,
after.
Freya's such a bitch.
I am going to try to be stepping on the tips of my toes to make the least amount of noise in the process.
She will every so often stop, turn around, and look at Daisy like, hello? Are you coming?
You know, they used to grind cats up to make pies and different things like that. You know that, right? I'm gonna follow her after as best I can.
Yeah, I'll start leading the way.
Okay.
I'll be listening for any sign of specific cultists as I do.
Can I have both of you make stealth checks?
Yep.
Assuming, of course, you were trying to be stealthy.
Yes. 28.
Hold on, I have to look for the stats of the cat.
I got 3 looks.
21.
Okay, you two are very easily able to maneuver this place, avoiding the occasional bullywug. Yeah, that's really all that's down here. The bullywugs. Freya, you know how to avoid the lake and the mudroom, and you are very easily able to lead through the various rooms to the pair of stone steps that goes higher into the castle.
She's going to have run up ahead a little bit, and she's going to be sitting on the steps just grooming herself as she waits for Daisy.
Daisy rounds the corner, and her eyes sort of narrow a little bit, and she's just like, "Are you about done?"
And she's gonna turn around and start going up the steps.
Oi. You should stay close. Seriously. You know what they say
She'll stop
about
and she'll wait.
say the curiosity killed the cat. Wouldn't want that to happen again. And she'll walk up and try to do the side by side thing.
Smile. She's like, oh, this bitch thinks she's funny.
She is.
But I'm not gonna admit that she's funny.
So we head up the steps.
Okay, so the steps are going to bring you to our good old friend 1S.
1S.
You can see this is an antechamber, and you see swamp water is seeping through this chamber through a crack in the foundation, and there's a couple inches of pooling water above the stone floor. It's very gross. It's a very cloying, moldy stink permeating throughout this room. You can see the cultists have laid a walkway of planks across the floor so they can walk between the two doorways without soaking their feet.
Beautiful. Are there any windows in here?
No.
Okay. Well, we will head to the door.
Okay.
Daisy does sort of adjust and pulls out her amulet and lets it sit out in the open.
What does your amulet look like?
It is 5 key colors, specifically white, black, red, green, and blue. And it has little etches of gold dragons in each of the colors.
All right.
You know, just gotta do it.
Gabby's face. Yeah, Freya's just gonna hop up on the plank and start padding across.
Okay. So as you all go across, hold on, pulling this up.
We're gonna walk straight into Resmere.
Just as a heads up, similarly to John, I cannot be surprised. Just so you know.
Yeah, no problem. You also
God,
you
I
both
also
also
cannot
rolled
be
really high
surprised.
on stealth.
I think I am the only one that can be, and that was
I
because
can be too, don't worry.
Okay, because I saw everyone else had the fucking alert feed. I was like, no.
I've been ambushed too many times.
Surprise parties
You're
just aren't
so
fun
valid.
for anybody.
Yeah, I didn't take a feat this level. I took a
You-
20 charisma.
You
I
get
did
jumped from
take a feat.
behind by
Not
someone
that
who
one.
looks like one of your party members one time, and it makes you a little paranoid.
You know, that's fair.
Get choked out, not consensually for the first time.
Well, no. So the first story you go through immediately brings you into this long hall. You can see that there is some damage to the door. It seems a little fresh. But you see the end of the hall, it's very long. The end of the hall that you walk into seems to have a large amount of contraband. So different treasures being sorted, people sitting at the table and just sorting through them. Various things. It's not exactly clear what criteria they're sorting them based on. And you also see a couple guard drakes lounging around the room.
Okay.
There seems to be about 12 cultists, so initiates, in this room. And you see one or two. There are 2 dragon claws,
Okay.
which is first rank of initiated cultists.
Okay. Where would I fall on the step ladder of success there?
You do not wear the regalia of any of the ranks. But you do wear the cult colors, obviously. You have the amulet. Anyone who is familiar is able to recognize that.
Okay.
So no one questions you. Also, you came up from the bottom. So, you know.
Yeah. Makes sense.
That's a little weird, but people have weird pets.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, she's just gonna walk through like she owns the place.
Absolutely. And no one, people look at you, but no one questions.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
She's gonna head to where the door is damaged. She's gonna follow the path of broken shit, assuming that was
Yeah.
their doing.
A little bit. These fucking sideways ass maps.
I was gonna take an educated guess.
Once it seems like Daisy kind of knows where she's going, Freya's gonna jump back up on her shoulder.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to walk.
There are larger doors that exit out into the outer ward, which Freya, you recognize as where the majority of that battle took place. You can see that there is some wooden and burnt debris around the side of the castle. I'm sorry, around the side of the tower. From John's flaming arrow a few nights prior, rather. In here,
Is it 2? I thought I was dead for 3 days.
Some amount of time.
I said few.
Oh, few. I thought you said 2.
Yeah, sorry.
I need to listen better.
A few days prior. I also know I have a lisp, and I'm very nasally when I talk, but, so in the outer ward, it's open. There's no ceiling here. The ground here was once hard-packed earth, but there are a couple areas in front of some doors that has been turned into mud. Freya, you recognize that as some barracks where the bullywugs were staying. There are some lizard folk out here because it is day now. First time you've been here during the day. There are some lizard folk here. They are training their giant lizards. And you see a couple of bullywugs just sort of like lounging around.
Okay.
But otherwise, it is a pretty clear shot from the outer ward, which is like the courtyard of the castle, out through the causeway that goes over the moat, and out the door. I need to roll something real quick.
Okay.
Not ominous at all.
I
Fair.
love how both Gabby and I immediately got stressed.
See where this is.
Because I say that as a DM, and I always terrify my players when I say it.
Yeah.
He really does.
This bitch loves rolling natural 20s on her perception checks. All right.
God.
Great.
You hear a voice call out to you, Daisy, from an upper window.
Shit.
Goes, "Stop. Do I know you?" And you look up, and there is a half-black dragon leaning out of a window.
Have we met before? This is out of character. Have we met before? I cannot recall.
I don't believe you have directly met Resmir.
Okay. I don't believe so, but I haven't had the pleasure yet. But I know who you are. So.
Freya's hackles are gonna puff up. This bitch.
Yeah, she pays you no mind.
Yeah, I'm just a cat. That's the point.
Yeah. What sect are you from? Who sent you? What is your business?
Severin did. She asked me to deliver a message.
Can you roll me a persuasion check?
Yeah. Can it be deception
Message.
instead?
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
she's
what was
persuading or
your question,
deceiving?
Laura?
Can it be deception instead?
Are you really lying to her?
I mean, maybe. I don't. If Severin said to send a message, I don't know what it is. I looked back on our notes and I didn't see anything, so it's fine.
Yeah, it can be deception.
Cool, thank you. Thanks, bestie. Appreciate it. Oh, that's so good. 27.
Holy
Okay.
shit! 27? Fuck!
I rolled really well.
I'm screwed.
You're so
You're
fucked.
realizing this
You're
now?
so fucked.
Oh no.
It's great. Hey guys, not a great thing when your DM says that.
No.
Last time I was this like emphatic about it, you guys died.
Yeah.
Oh, God. It's fine.
So
It's fine.
you
I don't think it
name
is.
drop Severin. And Razmir just nods, he goes, very well. And she ducks back into the room she's in.
All right. I'm just gonna turn on her heel and
Turn her
keep
head and
walking.
look
Yeah.
at Daisy like, bitch, what the fuck?
Keep walking.
Just keep strutting.
Yeah, so you see there's this causeway about 180 feet across. It does go across the moat. Again, no roof. And you see Barbican.
Barbican?
Barbican. Who knows? A large tower-ish structure overlooking it, and there are people watching you go. You go through, and you do reach the first inner chamber of the castle. You see sloppy mud covers the stone floor of this large chamber, and again, planks have been laid from the gateway to the causeway entrance, about a 10-foot wide raised boardwalk for the cultists, who don't enjoy walking through mud the way that the bullywugs do. You see a couple of... I'm sorry. There's 10 bullywugs. And about 3 giant frogs hanging out in the mud. They don't seem to look at you or even care that you are there. They are enjoying the mud.
We're gonna keep it that
We're
way.
just having a silly, goofy time.
They're just a little silly. I'm gonna walk on the pathway that is meant for the cultists. Do I notice anybody of note that's watching me walk away, or is it just
some... It's weird. The intelligence that you were given said that there were many more dragon claws and dragon wings at the castle.
Mm-hmm.
There are a couple of initiates and a couple of dragon wings that you see here or there, but there seem to be a lot less numbers than the numbers you were originally given.
I'll jot that down for later. All right, I'm gonna keep going.
All right, you're able to get out without an issue.
Awesome. Is there a tree line ahead of us?
Kind of. It's mostly swampy, marshy grasslands.
Okay.
Most people who come and go from the castle take a boat, a canoe.
Are there any boats?
Oh, there are so many canoes.
Fuck yeah, concrete. All right, I hop in a canoe. I hop in the canoe. Whistle over to Freya.
Is she not on your shoulder?
Oh, she's on
She
your
is.
shoulder.
I know. I'm aware.
Okay. All right. But you don't know where you're going, do you?
Away from the castle.
All right, that certainly is a direction.
I'm gonna paddle a little bit away before we try to converse in cat language again. All right.
Freya, do you have a feat?
She has 4 of them.
I do have 4 of them.
I swear to God.
You understand what I'm asking, right?
I don't know what feat you're specifically asking about.
About finding your way. Do you have the feat?
feature?
Yes. That allows you to remember the places you've been.
Mind?
That would
Or
be the
Outlander?
Outlander. Yeah, that'd be the Outlander feature.
No, I think there's a specific one that comes with my background. Hold on.
That's Outlander. Has
Yeah,
it.
if it's Outlander, then that's
It's
what it
not
should be.
Outlander. It's a
Okay.
homebrew. I am specifically a cartographer.
Got it.
I might use the Outlander feature. That's why. 'Cause
So,
that makes sense.
That's
similar
what that
feature.
feature is, basically, is the Outlander feature.
Oh yeah.
That's
I
how
think
she
it's
makes her
basically if
maps.
I've been there before and if I've seen a map of it, then I can either make a map or find my way.
Yeah. So you are able to, not easily because you are still a cat and you're being a bitch about it, but you are able to guide Daisy through this swamp. Yes?
I have a question.
Yeah,
Is
what's
the
up?
swamp specifically like, is it open or is there specific paths you have to take in order to get to this place?
So it is more open. There are markings that keep you on the same path, and in this area in particular, the water can get very deep. There are Freya knows because she traveled through here before, but there are markings carved into various trunks as you go through to find the path. But no, think of it similar to like the Everglades,
Okay.
where there are some more open areas, there are some more closed off, overgrown areas, some paths have just been worn through. Why do you ask? What are you doing?
I'm wondering how visible our departure is from the castle.
After less than 10 minutes, they wouldn't be able to see you anymore.
Okay. Cool. Disregard what I asked then,
All right.
for now.
All right. It takes you a little bit. If you remember, it took you most of a day to get through. Well, not quite. I think it took you about half a
I was
day.
gonna say, did it really take that long? Jesus.
I
We
think
didn't
you
know
said
it
last
took
time
a
it took
while.
6 hours.
I don't know where we're
It
going.
took a while.
Yeah.
Because I know it
Good
was
chunk of
dark by
time.
the time that we got to like where we could see everything.
No, you're right.
Yeah, there are some will-o-wisps.
Yeah, it was dark.
Yeah. So, it takes some time. But you are able to eventually get there. Both of you notice that there are some lizard folk outposts, which is a little easier to see going back than coming to. There's one, you remember one in particular where John swore in front of one and recognized it. It's pretty sad.
Oh, that's someone new, draconic.
Yeah. So. At last, my friends at this camp.
We're back together again. Is everybody here now?
Yes. You
Oh my god.
you see eventually
So,
a
is
canoe
it
pull
Cat
up.
Freya still?
You just see this cultist bitch rolling up to the
Yeah.
Wait, how long can
campsite.
you be a cat for? As a
Half the level, like 4 hours.
half your level?
Yeah, it's quite a bit.
Sure. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it's very long.
4 hours. It's half your level.
Yeah.
I have played too many druids.
So she would
So it would be
Freya
normal
again.
Freya again.
Yeah.
Not normal
I
for
mean,
us
not
because
normal.
Not
we had
normal.
so-
No,
She
we
looks
still
very
look
different.
weird as fuck, but
Yes. So we'll leave it there for right now. We're gonna take a 15-minute break, and then we will do reintroductions, and take it from here. Yay! The party's back together. Yay!
Together again.
That could have been so fucking bad.
Oh, it's gonna be great. Don't even worry about it. We'll be right back.
Actually,
Actually,
Dixie's
hey,
like, actually?
we're back.
Hello!
Oh my god, hi.
Ah.
Franz went, you know who else grew up poor, to segue? And I was like, Carlon, and then I went, no, that is not true. I know that for a fact. He's
Quite
not
the
poor.
opposite, actually.
He's a pampered baby girl,
Baby girl.
That's what he deserves.
honestly.
He does seem to be
Speaking of
pretty well
Carlon.
adjusted, considering you found him buried up to his neck.
He does seem to be pretty, full stop.
Yeah, that was one way to be dirt poor.
Gabby, get out.
Speaking of Carlon, what's Carlon doing right now?
After what I just learned, you have no business talking.
We were having a food argument before this, and we're not going to go back to it.
No. That's our secret. That's our terrible, terrible secret.
It's okay, I'll tweet about it later.
No.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Mhm.
So, Alora,
Mhm.
would you like to
Yeah.
describe Daisy for us again?
Yeah, I'll do it for the first time because I didn't.
Oh my
do it
god, yes,
before.
please.
Oh, that's right. I described her for you. Please.
You see a pretty averagely height young woman. Doesn't look to be more than maybe like 21 at the most. Has this sort of wavy, like this mane of red hair that is slightly pulled back. Freckles smattering her skin. You do see a very large scar down one side of her cheek, but that's not the most noticeable thing about her. She has black sclera eyes, and a fantastic attitude.
And she's fucking gorgeous.
I thought
She's
you were
really-
going to say a fantastic rack, and you know what?
I mean, she does.
Gabby, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize you were drinking.
You killed Gabby. Gabby's dead. That's it.
Gabby, I'm so
Yeah.
fucking sorry.
She's pretty. 10 out of 10.
Well, what sounds for Gabby.
Pour one out.
No, in my case, it almost was a spit takeout.
I was about to say.
Ugh, I'm
Terrible.
so sorry.
I would also spit take if I had to eat that sandwich. Anyway,
I thought we were
I'm
going
so
into that
upset.
on stream.
We're
Anyway.
not.
Not the detail.
I took Freya out. Oh, you're back.
And along with her, I need everyone
freak.
to make everyone who's not these two ladies to make a perception check.
Okay.
Hee-hee.
A teehee. Oh my
17.
god, I rolled so bad.
You said insight?
I said perception.
Perception.
But you know what?
Perception.
Insight? No. To recognize Freya?
No.
17
I don't
either
think
way
so.
for me.
10.
14.
Wow. I'm shocked.
Oh, what about Petunia? Should I roll for Petunia?
Yeah. Petunia's smart.
She would know Freya if she recognized her.
I'll roll for Petumba.
Rolled so bad.
Oh, Petunia.
Mad about it.
Oh, Petunia, that's a 9 for Petumba.
Patumba. Patumba.
No, Patumba.
I'm sorry, Rhiannon. I'm sorry, Valzir.
10.
What'd you roll?
I got a 17.
Really?
Val rolled so well.
Oh damn.
I know Freya when I see her.
I know a bitch when I see one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I may not know my flowers.
I'm glad we're all on the same wavelength here in this party.
We spend too much time together.
We do.
One would say that's a good thing.
In most cases, it's a good thing. In this, it's not.
So
No, I think I enjoyed it.
Val,
Yes.
she's blonde. But yeah, that's Freya. That's her armor and her mismatched eyes, and there's scars along her face now from the acid. But most of you have scars at this point. Just look at Carlon.
Yeah.
And
I'm the only one who doesn't.
and Carlon
You really are.
stands from, he had been sitting, there's like a raised stone platform with scorch marks, clearly where they had been burning stuff above the muddy ground, and Carlon had been sitting on the edge of that, and he stands as these two
care so
approach, and he just has this like look of like shock on his face. He's like, Freya?
Raynon has like her hand on her weapon.
The one and only. Yeah, the hair is different. Don't ask. I don't really know how.
All right. And Lily? Getting it for you.
Lily will speak up. Yeah, hi.
Hi. Did you know when you cast sending, it's your voice, not Freya's?
Oh, that's fun.
I thought you'd like to know. Maybe like talk to your brother or something.
John is looking confused at Freya, suspiciously at the
Big
red-haired
same.
woman.
Big same.
Who is this?
This is Daisy. She's the reason I'm here. Oh, here. I don't know why I'm alive again, but she's the reason why I got back.
Don't know why. How?
I was raised by a necromancer within the cult. I have no idea. I'm not really keen about it either.
Yeah, seem to have done a real number on you too. You look
She says
fucked
that.
up.
I'm gonna kind of squint and use divine sense just to make sure.
What's divine sense?
I'm gonna get out of the boat
Sniffer.
too as soon as
Got
it
a
fucking
sniffer.
hits the
I
shore.
can't sense anything affected by the hollow spell or at the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover. So,
There are no undead within range. Freya gets out of the boat.
Sorry, what was that?
I said Freya gets out of the boat.
Is that what is?
well,
Yeah, a couple differences. Again, don't ask me why.
it's good that you're alive. And,
and-
you are alive, not unalive or anything.
And you, John, kind of looks suspiciously at Daisy. You're just helping out of the goodness of your heart.
You can trust her.
Oh, that's so soothing, given how the condition you come back in.
She didn't have anything to do with it. First of all, she's the only reason why I got out.
Right. And,
You're welcome, by the way.
God, two of them.
Daisy is
And
gonna
where-
hop out of the boat and she is going to physically pull it up onto shore.
How tall is Daisy?
She's 5'8", 5'9".
Still
Okay.
the tallest.
okay.
She's 5'9". I think she's like an inch or two taller than Freya.
I don't know.
Can't
Let me
remember
double
if she's
check. Yeah, she's
5'7" or
5'8". I was like, let me double check what I wrote.
Yeah.
It'd be like that. It really do be like
She's,
that
like
sometimes.
6 inches taller than Val and ran on.
Yeah.
A lot of people are taller than two of you,
Yeah.
unless they're a
Yeah.
halfling and a gnome.
Did where were you? Lily didn't know.
Where were we exactly?
Hey God, where were we?
God, I'll be honest.
In the mountains.
Probably
We were near
somewhere.
one of the well, she was brought back near one of the wizards' outposts, but we had to traverse through the castle briefly, so around that area.
And how exactly did you get to the castle so easily?
Well, it helps when they don't really pay attention to you. 1, 2, and I mean, Daisy doesn't give a fuck at this point. She kind of reaches down and kind of yanks, and the chain snaps, and she'll hold up a medallion.
Oh.
You're part of the cult.
No. Have you really never heard of espionage?
What?
Who are you spying for?
Spying, John.
Got it.
John.
Can't tell if that was Franz or Carla.
Oh,
I
sorry.
think it was both.
That was Franz.
Just your resident himbo, don't worry.
It's great.
Yeah.
He's so
Actually gonna
pretty.
No,
walk up to
John.
John, and she's. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, no, I need John to do something.
Oh?
No worries.
Huh? What do you need me to do? What did I do?
By the way, I'm pretty sure you were around the Sword Mountains.
I would assume that, yeah.
I don't think you were up at the spine.
She
Not
would
that this book tells me.
She would have told you that verbatim because I didn't know that, but
Yeah,
She's got-
yeah.
she
That
got
makes
nothing
sense
to hide.
considering they're like right outside of the mare, like pretty much in it, so
Yeah.
close enough.
I was never really good at geography.
God.
All right, what do you need me to do? Because I'm scared.
It should be.
You should be. I believe it was wisdom check.
Just a straight wisdom check?
Yeah, hold on.
That
What is
makes
this?
me
I'm scared.
nervous.
I'm so scared.
I
think you
need
should
to
be,
double
bestie.
check.
I'm so scared. What is happening right now?
A lot, probably.
No, actually, I can have you do a wisdom check, or I can have you do a history check.
Wisdom is better.
That's so valid.
A wisdom check is so much better for me.
I'm gonna answer Val's question while you're rolling. No
16.
No one in particular. Just like-minded individuals. And she glances at Freya.
Franz, am I recalling information about anything wildlife related?
No, not wildlife related,
Okay.
but it is. It's from your life
Oh, okay.
before
Oh.
the inciting incident.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, for wisdom, it's a 16.
Daisy looks very familiar. And you can't quite put your finger on it. Like an echo of a memory.
His eyes kind of narrow a little bit at that. Whether it's suspicion or confusion, I'll let anyone who wants to try to guess, but it's John, so it's probably confusion, really.
You know how the way that you encode memory changes from when you're a child when you're an adult? So memories from childhood always seem a little fuzzy, always seem a little weird.
Yeah.
That's what this sort of nagging feels like. It's not quite the same, but you feel like, I should know this person.
It's like trying to remember the name of a celebrity in a TV show, but you can't even begin to think of like what they were in for you to even look up who they were.
Kind of. The same like feeling. It's, you know how memories have different feelings associated with them?
Yeah.
When you look at Daisy, you sort of get the same like feelings you would get when you think about home before it was raised. Nothing comes to mind, though.
Well, is there anything in particular you were looking for that you're interested in finding out about?
Well, as Freya so lovingly informed me that you all had tried to take on Nerdsmith herself, I had my own dealings and beef with her, as it were. So, anything that you have to aid that, to be helpful.
Right.
But I suspect we might have a lot of the same information. Well, I don't mean to be rude. What's your name?
Me, I'm Valazir.
Daisy. She looks to the other two.
Rhiannon.
John.
And she'll look to Carlon too.
Carlon has been spending the past few minutes just like looking at Freya. Initially, there was that like shock of you have a bone tail, not just a tail, a bone tail. And then otherwise, he just hasn't been saying anything, just like looking at her really. And you start to try and make introductions. And he goes, Carlon.
Pleasure.
Freya's gonna walk up to John and she's gonna just like pat his face. You trimmed your beard.
Really, that's the first thing you notice. Indicates to his much shorter hair now.
You'd still grab it.
Jesus Christ!
Well, she certainly doesn't waste any time, does she?
No, she does not.
So we might have a plan to get in.
All right, you're still you.
What exactly are you trying to do?
Someone else explain the plan about Snapjaw, because fucking hell, there's two of them. Oh god, okay.
Let's explain what happened with the dragon. Not dragon.
I know
lizard.
that jazz.
Lizard folk.
Yeah, lizard folk. Promoting him to dragon, I guess.
Yes! Snapjaw's just like, finally.
Fucking
I mean, yeah,
got it right,
explain to them the plan with the dragon, aka Petunia.
Ta-da.
Present Petunia.
I see. Orange cheese is the cutest thing.
Talking to Val?
No.
Oh.
Petunia!
I thought so at first too, and then I realized I'm like, no, she's talking to Petunia.
Petunia goes up and sniffs Freya. And does the funny little thing like some creatures do where they'll sniff you and then they'll like sneeze. And not like, not like sneezing like something in your nose. They just do that funny little sneeze on purpose.
Why is it spicy?
Why is this
Spicy.
If Petunia will let her, she'll scratch under her chin for a second.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Petunia is just like so like
It's the
rubbing her
best day
face
for
on
Petunia.
you. Like Petunia's never been
she'll
mean
kneel
to
down and
you.
she'll keep scritching.
Yeah, Petunia's never been mean to you, but she's just like really into
Yeah,
like
no.
and really into you in this moment.
It's almost as if I'm made out of partially Drake parts now.
Yeah, but they don't know that.
Oh, yeah, huh? That'll garner affection. Uh-huh.
Also, Freya has a little more color in her skin now. Because she
Yeah.
has a fucking pulse.
Yeah. Big heart, big beefy heart.
Big beefy heart.
I bet you bleed so much.
Probably.
What?
I bet I also don't get cold easily.
God, yeah. Because you're constantly fucking pumping blood. Holy shit.
That was a sentence, Jesus. Okay.
Truth.
What can I say?
It's the truth.
I'm a blood guy.
No, I'm
Scariest
the blood guy.
thing
It's me.
about the
I'm
bone
blood
tail
guy.
that she has is the fact that it moves.
I know. I don't like it. I don't like it.
So the plan.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta get the other lizard folks on our side, as you were told. So it's just a matter of getting to them without alerting the castle and getting them to believe that Petunia is the new dragon that will lead them to some kind of whatever attack that they need to have led to.
Rebellion.
That
Why don't you have your little lizard folk friend riding on Petunia?
she wouldn't be able to fly if that were the case.
Okay. When you go and talk to the other lizard folk, that way you have someone that can actually persuade them.
I did pretty okay earlier today.
You did.
I'm proud of you. I'm surprised. Pleasantly, but surprised.
Carlon laughs a little bit back from where he's sitting.
Guess what, bitch? I'm still me.
Got used to just being around nice people, and then suddenly Freya's back.
With Daisy in tow.
Well,
So, looking at Daisy, so are you joining us in this endeavor, or are you moving on?
I mean, 6 sets of hands is better than 1, so
Mm-hmm.
I can leave if you really want me to, but as far as it looked like, no offense, it looks like you got your asses handed to you last time, so. And having somebody who can move in and out might be an asset to you.
It doesn't hurt.
But before we move on, what exactly were all of you up to over the past however many days?
Recovering mostly.
yes. Getting gear repaired and replaced.
Getting new gear indicates to his bracers for the first thing. We couldn't just come back right where we were. We had to think of a plan because we didn't know how long we were going to take to get back and what we were going to do when we did come back.
Mm-hmm.
Updated the people we know in the city that need to know what we're doing.
That too.
Okay, so are we heading out now? Do I have time to sit down for a minute?
Well, switching to Draconic and looking at Snapjaw. Snapjaw, should we do this? When is the best time to try to talk to your people and try to... today is, of course, obvious, but evening time, would that be better?
If we wait until the night, it'll be easier to sneak around. And I know where a majority of them will be. At the very least, I know where the ones who are more inclined to start a rebellion will be. And the rest will be in the longhouses. Anyone who can speak Draconic can understand what Snapjaw is saying, obviously.
John would be interpreting as well. For those who can't.
Freya and Draconic, we'll say that's a pretty good idea.
He's nodding.
All right. So we find the ones who would be more taking to the news and work from there.
And you're
I was
just
gonna use a
planning
big...
on-
Oop, go ahead. I was gonna shit talk my character.
Valid. So you're just planning on storming the castle once you've gathered arms?
Well, this time it's not going to just be us. It's going to be us and lizard folk who are not too pleased about what's going on in the castle.
And
Better
we'll be
rested.
fully rested.
That too.
You walked in there without being fully rested.
Didn't sleep beforehand, and I wasn't aware just how bad it was going to be.
Fair enough. She does have this look on her face like, y'all are fucking stupid. Like, for doing that.
Yeah.
Well, if we could try to sneak, but as soon as we're spotted, we'll just be...
I have magic that can help with that for about an hour, maybe more if I cast it multiple times.
More than likely, we're going to be spotted as soon as we get there. I know Rasmir's still in the castle.
Yes.
Yes.
The storm is
Yeah,
quieter
we saw
than
her on the way out. That was quite a treat.
She saw you?
As a cat.
That makes sense.
She let you go.
How exactly did that happen?
Again, espionage.
Yeah.
Are you sure you want to come with us then? You're... If you go in and attack Resmir, I think that you can't spy anymore after that.
If we
Well,
succeed in killing everyone.
I would say if we're going in with the assumption that everyone's going to be dead at the end of it, then I don't think that there's going to be much issue with me sneaking around.
Just in case, what exactly is your cover?
What do you mean?
You clearly have enough power within it. People trust whatever you have to say or do, so what exactly was the cover that you came in with? You were able to convince Rasmir to let you walk out.
Dropping off a message.
From?
One of the leaders.
Again, I ask,
Bold.
what exactly was, I guess, your rank or position? The lie that you sold to the cult.
I don't technically have one, but I've shook hands with the right people. Most people don't fuck with me unless they want to be fucked with back. So
Rhiannon, this isn't unheard of.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are a lot of
Yeah.
benefactors to the cult who aren't like initiates or initiated.
That's what I was trying to get to the base of, is like, is it similar to what she did, or is it something else? That's what she was trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Alright.
trust me, if I wanted to fuck with you, she wouldn't be here. So
While this is happening, those of you who are paying attention, probably none of you, those of you who notice, Carlon seems to be like deep in thought about something. And then while you were talking about that, he speaks up and he says, "So, I'm sorry, let's rewind here. I sent a letter to Freya. What happened to that letter?"
You sent a letter to me?
I sent a letter addressed to you because I thought that the group of them had grabbed your body.
Oh no, they didn't do that.
I was unconscious.
So was I.
I can't carry 3 people.
That is what it
Petunia
is.
didn't
What happened to the letter?
understand.
Did it ever arrive?
Oh, we have it. Take it out.
Did we reseal that?
I mean, that
the
was-
wax seal.
That was
Also, they tore it a little
you
bit.
really can't fix a wax
They
seal,
also
really.
they also tore it some with the roll that they did.
You had a shit dexterity roll.
Yeah, I'm not very dexterous. Why did you let me do that?
You could have
Literally anyone else would have better.
You literally
Whatever.
didn't ask.
That's fair.
you just did it.
Yeah. I look
Thou
very
committed
guilty
mail
when I
fraud.
take the letter out. It's like, I thought, we thought, he knew that you weren't with us.
Carlon's just shaking his head.
Sorry.
So, Colin, what did you have to
Whatever.
say to me, since it seems like everyone already knows the contents anyway?
I was just saying that I was going to keep my promise.
Meow. That's something to say.
Petunia, shush.
up.
I was what the fuck? It was just saying that I was going to keep my promise. That's all.
I appreciate it.
He nods. Again, I thought you were. I didn't know. You don't know how we got back, do you?
Oh, no idea.
The magic item.
Yes. Take it out of my bag and show the stick.
As a stick. I don't mean to blow your confidence, but you know.
Not gonna be mean because Val's not mean. I was gonna. My immediate thought was, "You want to try?" She hasn't actually done anything yet.
Yes.
No. Yeah. So no, I just it's an item from the Underdark. I'm just gonna put it back in my bag. Not explain.
Brings you to where your journey began. So I went back home to Waterdeep. It turns out that these group also went to Waterdeep.
Yes.
I didn't know where they were until,
Yesterday.
well, no, not that. I knew before. How did he get the letter to you?
John's stupid. Remember?
Harper.
He's so
Does he-
pretty.
yeah. Does he have
He
the
is so
insignia of being a Harper?
Not visible.
Is Val wearing theirs? Because Raynon doesn't have hers out. She only
No.
brings it out when
Yeah,
it's necessary.
Val has their holy snake
Yeah.
amulet, whatever. They have that
Yeah.
on, but they don't have the Harper's pin anywhere. They're wearing
Yep.
full plate
Raynon doesn't
armor.
either. She only puts it on when she needs it.
Don't be suspicious. Don't
Aw.
be suspicious.
Yeah.
Who's winning? Only when you need it.
Yeah, no, as soon as I learned that the group of them were here, I assumed that you were with them. And I tried to send a letter, and I didn't hear back, and I was a little concerned, to be honest. But then, I almost said Jay, Valazir wrote to me and let me know that they're going to get you. Which came as a shock to me, clearly.
Me too. For I think a different reason.
And we met up and they explained what was happening, and if I would have known sooner.
What would you have done?
I would have told them to get their asses in gear to go get you.
Appreciated.
We thought she was fucking dead, and we did not know that
Well,
they were
she
gonna
was
do
I was
that.
dead. I was dead for 3 days. It's not a pleasant experience, I'll tell you that much.
We're trying to be sure that we don't also die when we come back. Besides, with how long it would have taken us to get back, resurrection would have been just as difficult.
If we had rushed, we wouldn't have found out about the Druid's Grove to get us here faster.
Yes.
I'm not gonna try to justify it. We should have gotten here sooner. We didn't. End of story. We're here now. Because that's what's happening here, is people are blaming each other. We're not doing that today. I'm not in the mood. We're here now, yeah? We'll handle the Resmir. We'll continue on with what we're doing, yes? Rather than pointing fingers and being mad. Can we do that?
Sounds like a plan to me.
Cool.
I'm not mad.
It's a
Okay.
shocker. Normally you
I
are.
appreciate it, but I'm not. I'm too tired to be mad. Once again, how long do I have to sit down? I was resurrected yesterday, so I'd like to have a chance to sit before we go fight.
All right.
Maybe an hour so we can get things together. It's the best I could think of.
How close
Trying
to dark is it? God.
I don't think it's that close because
No,
we got
we're
here
closer to
early.
midday.
Yeah.
because didn't Snapjaw was saying it'd be better at night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we probably have a while to just sit.
But it's also going to
Yeah.
take us a long time to get to the castle.
That's true.
Yes, that's true.
So yeah, say about an hour or two max.
Yeah, Freya's gonna sit down immediately. Probably a little wobbly because she's still not fucking used to the tail.
That's fair. Oh.
Where does she sit?
It doesn't matter because Carlin's
Just
gonna sit
on
there
a rock.
too.
Oh.
Snapjaw, your buddies
somewhere
aren't
by
going to
the
be coming.
shore.
Snapjaw, your buddies aren't going to be coming back anytime soon, are they? They're going to stay over there. We're good to rest here.
Yes, it's unlikely that they'll come back here.
Good.
At least for a while.
I'll take it.
Okay. So we have a little bit of time. Do the group of you want to plan out in character, or do we want to call it here and we'll plan out of character and do a recap next week?
I want to plan in character because I don't want to stop playing.
Yeah, we can talk about stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to get to know these bozos.
So the meanies.
All right. Then Carlon will begin. And he is sitting again on that raised stone bed. And he takes a piece of charcoal that has been left there and he starts scratching things into the stone. And I imagine the stone is a little whiter. Lighter. And he starts like, marking on there basically like a very crude map. If you, Freya, you wouldn't even call it a map.
Yeah, no.
What are you working on?
And he explains it as he goes, and he says, just an idea of what we found out last time, and what the plan may be going forward.
Is that a map of the castle?
And he hands the piece of charcoal to you. Do you want to try?
She's gonna try.
Okay.
Are my hands still shaking?
Yeah.
She's gonna start trying to like sketch out the map as she usually does, and each time that her hand like tremors or fucks up and like she creates a mark on it, she kind of like swears under her breath and tries to scrub it out and start again and keep going. And the more and more often that happens, the more angry and frustrated she gets. Until finally she just kind of like basically throws it down and is just, fuck, never mind. You make your map however you want. I'm gonna go sit over fucking here. And she's just gonna walk towards the shore and just sit down by herself.
Okay. Carlon picks up the piece of charcoal again and starts marking once more. And this starts outlining. So as far as we know, the only entrance in or out of the castle is through the The main entrance, the main gate.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, hopefully, we can only hope that they haven't replenished their numbers from last time.
We did take out quite a few of them last time.
We did.
Plus, with the lizard folks' help, we might be able to take care of some of the bullywugs.
Snapjaw nods, goes, kill.
That's right, buddy. John will be interpreting for Snapjaw on all this.
I mean, he speaks common and like very broken, so the kill
Okay.
was in common.
Okay.
But in Draconic, he'll say, no, absolutely, the first victims will be the bullywugs.
Good to know.
Right, that does cut down a large number of people. We have to worry about, at least for the outside of the bullywugs, I know there's
That
Espada's in the
Moray
tower.
guy.
Yeah, and then the blonde guy.
That would be the Draw Moray.
Draw Moray.
I can probably handle him, if I'm honest.
We have the wizard to worry about.
Yes.
Resmir herself.
What are we gonna do about Resmir? I say, looking directly at John.
I swear to God. I mean, we can't let her live.
No.
No, we cannot. We gotta
that's-
take her out.
You think you can get close enough to do it? She asked John.
That's the hope. Don't think she's gonna be too keen seeing us alive.
I don't think so either.
You ever keen on anything?
I know that we can get close enough. With it last time, it just didn't. We weren't fully prepared,
No, we were not.
but we can.
She secludes herself, as far as I could tell. I mean, she was up
She-
in the tower when we left. So
She came out when we were leaving.
I could draw her attention. I'm
Right
a bit
on,
harder
you
to
can-
hit.
And you can sense her rain on, so we'd be able to pinpoint.
I know exactly where she is. Yeah.
That's helpful.
that's handy. How'd you manage that?
I'm fucking special. I don't know. I just can. But yeah, that they haven't gotten rid of it, so there's that. I can also take a bit more of a hit from her than before, so
Daisy almost looks impressed.
thanks.
No.
Freya is gonna come back after a couple of minutes, just like calming herself down, just so that she's also included in the conversation.
You alright?
Fine, just I think still jumpy from coming back.
Understandable.
Yes.
We are killing her, right?
That's my plan.
She's
I've-
not surviving
Yes.
past today.
That's my plan.
I've been chomping at the bit to get back here and kill her, so yes.
I'm not saying no, but you have to be careful. Say again,
About
looking at
what?
John.
Why?
Careful about what?
Yeah, careful about how we approach.
Inside tech? Fuck you.
Yeah, sure. I'll
Is
roll
there-
deception on that shit.
Raynon just heavily sighs. She's like, are we fucking doing this really again?
That is
I mean,
Oh? Did you roll well, Gabby?
I rolled okay.
18.
Damn it, 17.
That's
John
a
Full.
25 for Freya.
A what?
John,
A 45?
A 25, guys. 25.
25.
She can read
if
your
you roll equal to or higher than a 17, John fully intends to kill Resmir himself if he has to.
I agree with the position. I think that you trying to distract her, and she points to Val, might be a good idea. You said you were the only one standing, right? At the end of that last fight?
I was. I meant
Just
more than I.
I'm sorry.
Don't let her knock you down. For what I understand, I'm the only person that could also heal you, and I prefer to have claws when I
can
fight.
do some healing.
Carl goes, I'm sorry, the only one standing.
Carlon was alive. Not alive.
I was unconscious
standing.
when I was unconscious.
Awake. That was what I was gonna say. Carlon was awake as well.
Yes, I was. Taking on 3 guys by myself. Like, taps his cheek a little. Goes,
Proud of you. It does look
Thanks.
rather badass, by the way.
you think so?
Adds character.
Good to know that you're capable, then.
It's hard to see out of.
Speaking of hard to see, what are we going to do if the darkness is cast again?
That is going to be a problem. Just
I
get
have
out of
shapes
it.
that I can take that have the ability to move and sense things without sight.
And also just get out of
Alright.
it.
So
Well, I can't attack from range, John.
Okay, we don't have to. I'm saying get out of it, and maybe she will be dumb enough or, want to
Potentially.
fight enough to follow us out.
Also,
You also have to
grouping up,
focus on darkness normally.
grouping up together, you make that much easier for her. You stay separated, she won't be able to do it to all of you.
That's another good point.
also, for when I was conscious, I don't like the look of that mask she was wearing. You could try to get that.
Yeah, nearly forgot about that. Didn't
Right.
like that sword. Kind of like rubs at his chest where the sword struck him. That was a nasty sword.
I wonder if I could steal it.
The sword or the mask? Or both?
The mask.
Hmm.
I definitely couldn't do the sword. I wouldn't be able to be something big enough to do that.
Alright. I'm sorry. What exactly can you do, Daisy?
Are there?
Because we don't know that.
No, you're good. Are there any trees or anything like that nearby?
Yeah, there's some low growing ones. Swamp.
Are there any bugs?
Oh, there's so many bugs.
Awesome. She is going to she glances at Rhiannon, looks at one of the trees off to her right, focuses, and she's going to try to pin a dragonfly to it with her dagger. Like, throw.
Holy
Okay.
shit!
Yeah, I need a attack. Well, either sleight of hand. Oh,
Sounds like an attack roll.
attack roll.
Okay.
Attacking a dragonfly? Damn.
20, not natural.
Yeah.
I was about to say, you got a fucking natural 20 on this damn dragonfly. I was gonna lose my fucking mind.
So it and pins it to the tree. And then she kind of flicks her wrist, and you see the dagger just go, and she catches it.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
Alright. Don't know.
Well, you
Alright.
can fight. That's good.
All
An
right.
attack at a range. And she glances at Rhiannon when she says that. You're like, no, I'm joking.
All right.
Rana
well,
knows where her strengths lie. It's not in range. She knows that. She's not insecure about that.
Yeah.
Hey, God.
Yes.
While we are talking, can I take my armor off and try to patch it a little bit?
Yeah, and expose your sick exoskeleton.
Ah, sick, bro!
Yes.
Well, okay, I will say a majority of it is going to be hidden by clothing. They will be able to see the front part, though. But
To be fair, that's mostly my bones, so that's fine.
yes, you can.
Do I have to roll anything for patching my armor up? Because I would like to have it. Please.
1 second.
Rhiannon looks actively worried about Freya and also actively suspicious of Daisy at the same time.
Yeah, John is shooting
Yeah.
glances at Daisy on occasion, just like,
Can I help you?
oh, do you actually say that, or are you
Yeah.
joshing? Okay.
I'm gonna-
to portray to last longer.
I say words.
we
I
can
say
pause
words
that
very
just 'cause
quickly.
I want to make sure that Jenny can do her things for you.
Yeah, so you're trying to patch it and your hands are shaking and you're not having a good time. You prick your finger a couple times with the leather needle. But then Lily, very gently, you feel her sort of like, as you said, tugging at the reins. She says, let me see. That's not her voice. Let me see.
Yeah, she'd relinquish.
And Lily is going to cast Mending. She'll do it a couple times.
Nice.
It's not perfect.
Woohoo! But it's better than nothing.
Yes, but it is repaired.
Yeah, she'll put it back on after that.
Val is looking very thoughtful, and they're kind of like messing with their holy symbol. And say, we could replace it when we're back in the city.
Whatever that's gonna be.
Yes.
I'd have to find a specific piece of armor with the same enchantment, but maybe.
Also probably be mended. I know.
And I have no doubt we could find something the same in what I do.
Or the castle, honestly. Kill everybody, take all the loot.
No.
No. Why not?
No!
So, Daisy, this is Valenazia, the goody-goody of the group.
Ah, makes sense.
I mean,
We'll kill
So
who
you're
we
willing
have
to slaughter a bunch of people within the cult, but you don't want to take the shit that they had on them.
that's
You have
not
an interesting
the part.
But they
where to
stole
draw
from
your
other people
line.
anyway.
Yeah, that's not the part that I had a problem with.
I see. And what is?
Well, I am a paladin. I took a pretty specific oath, which would mean ending violence swiftly. Resmir has proven that she is going to be violent. She's going to be a problem. Random cultists that have done probably nothing but steal on her orders. Not so much.
You're abiding by the rule of unless they attack, you're not going to attack them. Am I understanding correctly?
I will not. And
She
I
kind
am
of-
supposed to
Okay.
stop anyone who is going to cause a lot of harm to people.
All right then. Jot that down for food for thought.
We'll kill who we have to.
Resmir will die.
Yes.
Oh yes,
I think we're all in agreement on that.
Good.
100%.
Freya. Carlin sees you messing with the your armor, and he does say, if it can't be repaired or if something is too damaged, we can get you a replacement. I know it was magical. I have connections in Waterdeep.
Nope, John's not gonna say anything out loud at that. He was gonna be a
Not with
smartass.
this random fucking person.
He was gonna be a real smartass, but he decided not to
I
be.
want to know what he was gonna say.
I also want to know.
wanna
what
know.
you're saying.
Yeah.
It was gonna be a sniper remark about Carlon
Well,
and
clearly.
connections.
But
Bully Carlon. He's done nothing wrong.
Too late.
He's been so helpful.
and that's all he'll say. But I think that's where we'll call it for tonight. And next week we'll pick up with once again storming the castle.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
You think it'll work?
It would
I
take
fucking
me-
hope so.
I don't
want
know.
Resident to be
Thank you,
dead.
Alora. Thank you,
I'm-
Alora. Alora got the reference I was trying to throw out.
Well, I don't consume media, so
And I'm stressed about this combat, so fuck off.
I will be spending the next week or so re-prepping maps. So we'll see how that goes. All right, well, I do want to thank everyone for coming out. Super appreciate everyone who watched the stream. Love seeing people in the chat. Love seeing new faces in the chat.
Yeah.
Love seeing returning faces in the chat. Thank you.
Yeah.
My name is Franz. I use he, him pronouns. I've been your story guide, your storyteller. I'm just a little guy. I'll have my players go around and introduce them or do their outros. And then I want to tell you guys some upcoming things. But take it away.
Okay. I'm Jay. I play Val. You can find me on various places. My username's J with 2 I's TXT. If it's not that, it's just one. I post art sometimes, some places. Yeah. I'm around.
Okay, hi, I'm Chelsea, just only playing Raynon. Much like Jay, I am around on any social media under the username of Dang It Barb, and when I say any, I mean literally any. I have kept that username, and I'm going to keep that username till the day I die. But I'm not here and not bopping around on Twitter or TikTok primarily. I'm also going to be on a stream. We don't have exact dates because we're still in the process of recording because life fucking sucks. A Spider-Verse game over on Jackal and Hare, and I want to talk about it so bad, but we've only done 2 sessions. So, when I have more information, I'll give it. You can also find Jenny on that stream, which is going to be really cool. We're very excited. We want to release it so bad. That's all. Good night. I'm stressed about next week.
Hi, I'm Jenny. I use she, they pronouns. You just saw me playing Freya, the human bitch multi-classed into druid, with all of her new upgrades. I am an artist and a voice actor. You can commission me for my art. My commissions are open at Cerulean Siren 19 on Twitter or Cerulean Siren 97 on Blue Sky. I do have that. I am a voice actor for a queer horror podcast called Jar of Rebuke. You can find it anywhere you get your podcasts. We have resumed uploading episodes once a month, which is really cool, really fun. I'm enjoying it a lot. The most recent one has my beautiful voice in it. And you can also find me on Thursdays here at twitch.tv/wearenerdsmith, playing on Dragon's Crown, playing on the Copper Pyramid, where I play a very different character. And it's terrifying. You can watch me try really hard not to shit myself.
It's so scary.
That's it.
Good.
Yep.
Hello, I am Blabby Gabby, primarily used on, TikTok, Twitch, because I am a streamer as well, and Twitter. I stream mostly Saturdays, Sundays, and Wednesdays, 6 o'clock PST. I'm doing a little Baldur's Gate 3 run right now. It's uber duper fun. That's primarily it, aside from doing these fun little... Oh, I do also do Baldur's Gate 3 for Nerdsmith Pixel every other Monday.
Like, why?
Yep, gotta throw in the gate.
Oh, it's my turn. Hi.
Uh-huh.
I'm Alora.
Welcome.
Pronouns are she, her. You just saw me playing Daisy. Also a bitch. But she's the reborn rogue here. loves to kill dragonflies, apparently. You can find me at Alora ML anywhere it matters, and Sprinting Turtle on the gaming community. And you can also find me playing Baldur's Gate every other Monday here on Nerdsmith, as well as just bebopping around the Nerdsmith community. Ka-chow. Thank you.
Laura also hosts movie nights that are really fun. We're doing some fun ones
tomorrow, which is actually my favorite movie of the Ghibli franchise, called Castle in the Sky. If you haven't seen it, you should come join our Discord, watch the movie with me. The music's going to be fantastic. 10 out of 10, 12 out of 10, would recommend.
Absolutely. I forgot to mention it because I don't like talking about myself. You can find me here on the Nerdsmith channel doing most things on the Nerdsmith channel. Like was mentioned, Monday we are playing Baldur's Gate. It's gonna be myself, Gabby, Alora, and Angela. God, it's a hot mess every time, but we're doing it, folks. We're doing it. I play a cleric of Tiamat. His name is Xander. And he is a little bit of a bitch, but in like
Perfect.
a completely unaware way.
Best of friends.
Yeah, no, they're gonna sleep together. Don't worry about it. Thursday we have the Copper Pyramid, which is the last Nerdsmith Presents of the year. Yesterday we did episode 2. It's already up on YouTube. You can watch the VOD on Twitch. Please check it out. We have some really cool folks in there, some returning faces. It's like legitimately very scary. Please check the content warnings before you go and watch it.
It's really intense.
It's really intense, but like legitimately, it's so good. There are many times where my blood just ran cold last session. I was just like, okay, I'm running it, I'm producing it.
Spiked so bad.
It was so bad. So I produced that. And then, of course, here on Fridays, starting in December, on Tuesdays, we're gonna have a mini painting stream.
Yes!
So
I'm so excited about that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm really excited. It's gonna be Ange and Colton.
Mm-hmm.
So watch for the official announcement. But that is it. We'll be back next Friday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific and 8:30 p.m. Central. Fuck Eastern. It's 9:30.
That was my school name. Continue. Sorry.
What? Fuck Eastern was your school name?
Fuck Eastern University.
Eastern Illinois University. Continue.
But yeah.
That's
what we have. So good night. And we'll see you next time.
Adios.
Bye.
Goodbye.